You finally have a free afternoon. No meetings, no deadlines, no obligations. You sit down on the couch with a book, or turn on a show, or just breathe. And within 5 minutes, the guilt shows up. I should be doing something productive. I should be working on that project. I'm wasting time. The guilt is so loud, so relentless that you can't even enjoy the rest you desperately need. So you get up. You find something to do. You stay busy. And you tell yourself, I'll rest when I've earned it. I'll rest when everything is done. But here's the problem. Everything is never done. And the guilt, it never goes away. If this sounds familiar, I need you to know something. This guilt is not a character flaw. It's not laziness. And it's not a sign that you need to work harder. It's a nervous system response. In this video, I'm going to explain why you feel guilty for resting, what's happening in your body when that guilt shows up, and most importantly, how to start breaking the cycle. Because rest isn't something you have to earn. Rest is a biological necessity. And the guilt you feel? It's telling you something important about how your nervous system was trained. First, let's reframe this. Guilt about resting is not innate. You weren't born feeling bad about taking a break. Guilt is a learned emotional response. At some point in your life, your nervous system learned that rest is dangerous, selfish, or unacceptable. Maybe you grew up in a household where productivity was praised and rest was criticized. Maybe you watched a parent work themselves to exhaustion and internalized the belief that good people don't rest. Maybe you were punished, shamed, or judged when you tried to take a break. Or maybe you live in a culture that glorifies hustle, demonizes rest, and equates your worth with your output. Whatever the origin, your nervous system absorbed a message. Rest equals bad. Productivity equals safe. And now, every time you try to rest, your nervous system sounds an alarm. It's not saying you're lazy. It's saying this feels dangerous. You need to stay productive to stay safe. That's the guilt. It's not truth. It's a protective response. And once you understand that, you can start to change it. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your body. Your nervous system has one job: keep you safe. It's constantly scanning your environment, your behaviors, and your internal state to determine, am I safe right now? Or am I in danger? This process is called neuroception, and it happens unconsciously. When your nervous system detects safety, it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode. But when your nervous system detects danger, or even the potential for danger, it activates your sympathetic nervous system. Fight or flight. Now, here's the key. Your nervous system doesn't just respond to physical threats. It also responds to social and emotional threats. If you learn that resting leads to criticism, shame, or rejection, your nervous system will treat rest as a threat, even if you're alone, even if no one is watching, even if you logically know you deserve a break. Your nervous system doesn't care about logic. It cares about survival. And if it learned that productivity keeps you safe, keeps you valued, keeps you loved, keeps you acceptable, then it will push you to stay productive, even when you're exhausted. That's why the guilt feels so visceral. It's not just a thought, it's a full-body alarm. Let's go deeper. For many people, the guilt around rest is rooted in something psychologists call conditional self-worth. Conditional self-worth means, I am only valuable if I do enough, if I produce enough, if I achieve enough. This belief usually starts in childhood. Maybe you received love and attention when you brought home good grades, but were ignored or criticized when you did nothing. Maybe you were praised for being helpful, responsible, or hardworking, but punished for needing downtime. Whatever the dynamic, you internalized a rule. My worth is tied to my output. And now, when you rest, it doesn't just feel uncomfortable. It feels like you're erasing your value as a person. That's why the guilt is so intense. It's not about the act of resting. It's about your sense of self. You're not afraid of rest. You're afraid of being worthless. There's another layer here, especially for people who grew up in unpredictable or high-stress environments. If you grew up in a household where you had to stay alert, your nervous system learned to stay hypervigilant. Hypervigilance is a state of constant scanning, constant readiness, constant doing. And when you're hypervigilant, rest feels wrong. Your body says, we can't let our guard down. Something bad might happen. So even when you're objectively safe, even when there's nothing urgent to do, Your nervous system won't let you rest. It's not guilt in the traditional sense, it's survival mode. And until you teach your nervous system that rest is safe, the guilt will keep pulling you back into action. Okay, let's get practical. The first step to breaking the cycle is learning to reframe the guilt. The next time you feel guilty for resting, pause. Instead of immediately jumping up to fix the guilt by doing something productive, ask yourself, what is this guilt trying to protect me from? Is it trying to protect you from criticism? From feeling worthless? From being seen as lazy? Once you identify the underlying fear, you can speak to it. Say to yourself, I hear you. You're afraid that resting makes me unworthy, but that's not true. My worth is not conditional. I am valuable even when I'm not producing. This isn't about making the guilt disappear instantly. It's about interrupting the automatic response and creating space for a new belief to form. Over time, this practice rewires your nervous system. Your nervous system learns through repetition and safety cues. If you want to reduce the guilt around rest, you need to teach your body that rest is not only safe, it's necessary. Here's how to build a rest ritual. Schedule rest. Put it on your calendar like any other appointment. Create a physical cue. Do something that signals to your body, we are entering rest mode now. Light a candle. Change into comfortable clothes. Set a time limit. If guilt shows up because you're afraid rest will spiral, set a timer for 20 or 30 minutes. Your nervous system needs evidence that rest is safe. Each time you rest and nothing bad happens, you're building that evidence. You're not lazy. You're not failing. You're a person who was taught to survive by staying busy. And now you're learning something new. You can survive and thrive by allowing yourself to rest.